Yo, yo, are we live? I think we're live. Finally. Oh my God, man, what I had to go through just to get live. I tell you, sometimes dealing with Windows will make you pull every hair on your head out. And let me decide. Let's try to tweet this out. Oh boy, this is going to be such a short stream because I gotta pick my kids up, and I wanted to be able to get my full thoughts out and then play something. But it looks like what I'm gonna have to end up doing is just giving my full thoughts on everything, and then I'm not even in Discord. I am just completely out of sorts. Get the link. Do I have the link? And where I had him. Where my? I'm so angry because I just had all this stuff squared away, and now I can't find anything. Okay, let's see here. What am I looking for? Looking for a picture. Alright, that is done. And there is that. Yo, B, what's up, man? How's it going, bro? Let me get back into this Discord. There we go. Let me change the voice stuff. I didn't have to switch mics around. I've had to switch mics around. I've had to do so many different things to try to get this working. And what it all comes down to is Windows had the Windows. Not necessarily Windows. I might actually blame this on Steam. The issue is that I tested out Steam Link on a mobile device. And apparently days later, Steam decided to install the Steam streaming microphone and speaker options into my PC. And out of nowhere, like, I need to really just lock down Steam on some of this root access stuff that Steam had. Because it's just like all it did was mess up my actual audio stuff. Had me thinking that my mic that I've used for 5 years and has been amazing was trash. Had me thinking my head, like, and I just like, I knew something wasn't right because I put my backup mic that I use for DPS when Forte is hosting, like tomorrow. I tested that one in my PC and it was giving me the same errors, and I'm just like, yo, it's gotta be something with Windows. It can't be my mic. He said, good man, my man playing Starfield and chilling and just install stuff on my PC just to test it out to see how well it runs on my 2060, and it runs good. 1080p 60 before I deleted it. Just wanted to test it. That's cool. It's cool. I got some thoughts about Starfield. As you playing on the Series X now, these side missions are amazing. Look, it's a Bethesda game, and they specialize in really good side mission content. This has been definitely their specialty for the longest of times. But what we're going to do is Where's my notes? Here we go. Okay. What I planned on doing was talking about Starfield, my first impressions. I have like 5.5 hours in the game right now. I did all of that last night. I haven't played any today because I had a doctor's appointment. I had to drop the kids off at school. Had a whole bunch of other stuff. I got another sick kid to worry about. All these things that I'm doing have prevented me from playing so far today. I will be playing in a little bit. The footage you're seeing right now is me doing one of those side missions that we talked about, Yobi. And side mission content, it's not bad, man. It's I'll start out by saying that I am not a huge Bethesda fan. As most people know, they know that I have been kind of a hater of Bethesda for some time now, and it's mostly been because I don't like the way they do their RPGs. I don't really care for massive exploration. What's up, Slackro? What's up, Ice Queen? I haven't cared for like massive exploration, just, you know, like almost just forgetting the main narrative, the point of the game. I've never cared about stuff like that. Like I want to stick to the main objective. Like, what is the point? Or have side quests that actually coincide with the main objective. They are additive and to the main objective. They're not like just completely separate quests and things to do. And so that's always been kind of my bag. The reason why that I've enjoyed BioWare RPGs for so long. Well, not recently, but like, you know, you know, when they were in their bag, you know, that's what I really enjoyed. And so what I will say for Starfield, that it is a Bethesda RPG that I actually so far have been enjoying. And most of the time for the other ones, about 5.5 hours in, I'm out. I'm done. It's not keeping me. It's not pulling me. It's not keeping me engaged. And so far that hasn't been the issue with Starfield yet. So I can say that it is the best Bethesda game that I've played. And that's, you know, irregardless of review scores and average review scores. I don't care about none of that crap, right? It's so far it is already up there for me. Now, a couple of impressions that I had that I was writing down as I was playing the game. I haven't got into enough battles for me to really find this to be a hindrance yet. Yes, Slackro, this is the Terramorph mission through the UC Vanguard. Excuse me. Kind of congested. So there's no dedicated button to switch weapons. You know, usually in shooters, there's just a button that you switch to another equipped weapon, and it's very quick and seamless. And there is no button to do that in this game. You essentially need to assign weapons or items or, you know, consumables, buffs, whatever you want to your directional pad. So up, down, left, right, and you can put 3 on each direction. And I can see how that might actually be useful for items, healing really quickly. I haven't been in enough, like when I got early on, when I did like the first mission, when you go to the Crimson Fleet base and you wipe the base out after getting the ship, I was just going into the menu directly and going into inventory and switching to a different weapon because I was running out of ammo. And I was like, man, I hadn't quite like looked deep into it. Like, what do I do to switch weapons? And once I figured out that it was adding it to the directional pad, I was like, that's so different. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing quite yet, because I haven't been into a big enough fight right now where I can determine where I feel it to be cumbersome. So it's just different. And so it's not necessarily really a negative, but it's just something that I thought was odd. And I would have preferred the more traditional method of just have Y button. or just have the Y button be the button that I use to switch weapons. But I that's more of a interesting thing than something that I'm actually I kind of feel is a negative. It's basically I can see where they're going with using the directional path, all that. I'm not quite certain whether I'm gonna like it until I actually have to do that more. One thing I will say is absolutely egregious on PC is that there is no FOV slider. Like, I don't understand like how you don't have a FOV slider in a game that is, I mean, any PC title whatsoever. And considering how demanding the game is, it is something that could be something that you could choose to actually be helpful to the player or not. Maybe they would have the FOV go in closer to kind of have it be less demanding, or if you have the bandwidth for it, pull that thing out. But if you got a game that has first-person shooter elements, even third-person shooter elements, having an FOV slider is super important. Let's see. Wolfrey, what's up? Wolfrey Rosario said, I actually like the weapon switch. Cool. Said the world goes into a slow-mo time when switching. I find it convenient. Gaming Addict, what's up, Alex? Says the overall options for PC are horrible. I do not disagree. I would definitely get into that further. Slugger says some weapons I like, but other weapons feel dull, like the rifle. Which rifle you talk about, Slackro? So far, my weapons are kind of ho-hum. I mean, I'm not really married to any of them. I think that the Ion, whatever that's called, the pistol you get in the very beginning so far has been, I mean, I've been kind of rocking with it. Like I when it came to the controls, I did up my sensitivity for aiming and just look and control sensitivity a little bit, and I found that to be give me a nice little sweet spot where I feel comfortable in aiming and shooting at enemies. But I'm glad they got that in it, because Redfall didn't even have that. But as far as overall options for PC, like it's not a lot there. I expected more, but yeah, the FOV slider absolutely egregious. And in our cases, I'm already using a different pistol. I have the I think the Sidewinder now. I have that equipped instead of the Ion. I haven't used it yet because I did this mission here, this Terramorph mission. I didn't even get to fight the thing. I really wanted to fight him, like shoot him, but I didn't realize turning on all of these buttons would make it so that like the thing would just move and the turrets would just wipe the Terramorph out. I actually wanted to fight the little bastard, but I didn't get a chance to. I'm itching for, in this game for some reason I just want to shoot everyone and everything. And I haven't like only 5.5 hours in, but I haven't felt like I had the opportunity to do so. I definitely will when I play, and which is part of the reason why I definitely wanted to play a little bit on stream, because I'm at a part now, I'm on Mars, and I was asked to help this guy get he's in trouble with the trade authority. He owes them money. I need him to go take a look at these samples of the Terramorph I killed to see whether this is going to be an ongoing problem or if it was a one-off thing. And he's being protected by these miners. Like the story wise, I'm enjoying the story, which is also part of the reason why I'm super engaged, because typically with the previous Bethesda games, I have not cared about the storytelling whatsoever. I kind of felt they've always been very mediocre in that aspect, but so far with this game, I'm really liking the story. But I have elected in terms of the Mars and the miners and this dude, I need this doctor, I need to go look at this sample. The options I had was to like go hack into the trade authority and manually change how much he owes to like barely anything, and he could pay it off, or pay it off myself, which is not happening. I ain't spending my money. You can bump that. Or to help these guys earn some money, and in order to do that, I need to wipe out some mercs or whatever that are in the way of their research. And I said, oh, shooting people? That's right, what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I was going to do that mission on stream, but I guess I'll have to save it for later. But about the settings, right? So my PC, I got i7 13700K CPU. I got 64 gigs of RAM, DDR5 RAM, 7,000 megahertz, by the way. What's up, Pharaoh? What's up, Moneybags? I've got the fastest storage there is. Like the fastest storage there is. I have Western Digital Black SN850X. It's faster than Samsung 990s. It's super fast, and I got a 3080 Ti. That's the only bottleneck in my PC, is having a GPU that's like 3 years old, 2 years old, however years old it is. But with all that said, I had to play this game. I'm playing the game at 1440p with FSR 2.0 enabled, and I use the hardware unbox optimized settings. And when I go to what's the name of the New Atlantis, I'm generally averaging a tad under 60. Like I'm averaging like 55 frames per second. And what I had to do was alter the hardware unbox optimized settings, where they said to keep it at 75% render resolution. I dropped it down to 70% just to keep myself over 60. In other places, I'm mostly over, but there are CPU optimizations that need to happen, and there are GPU optimizations that need to happen. My CPU is less than a year old, and even with that, like when I just first landed on this planet and I left my ship, I can tell the game was loading in the entire area because my frame rate got cut in half. I went from like 75 frames to like 35 in a second, and I was like, when you drop that much, you feel it. Like oh wow, that was pretty, pretty rough transition. That shouldn't happen on my CPU, and if that's happening with my CPU, as new as it is, other people's CPUs that are like 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, they definitely gotta have it hard. GPU wise, there's no reason why a 3080 Ti should be just struggling to keep 60 FPS with an upscaler, with upscalers at 60 FPS. So this game, it doesn't run horribly, and I didn't really encounter a ton of bugs. I have encountered a few where I had to kind of like look up what to do with this. Like for example, when I first got the New Atlantis, the bug that tells you to hit the menu button and then launch the go fast travel to the port just stayed there after I got a New Atlantis. So I had to run around so that the warning would come up that CO2 increased CO2 could cause me harm. That warning replaced the whole thing about fast traveling, and then it finally went away. But like minor stuff. There was a door that wouldn't open once, and I had to restart. I had another bug. Actually, the reason why, like when I'm doing this mission, I was halfway through this mission, and then I ended up somehow the game loaded a older save point out of nowhere, and all I did was I was trying to take a screenshot, and I hit Alt F1, and then I was like back at New Atlantis, and I was like, the heck just happened? So I didn't have to go back there, because that was on me. I had to use the auto save of me first getting there. But and it's very early. It's very early in the game's release, so this isn't a Jedi Survivor situation where they're just getting around to fixing the performance mode on consoles. This is it needs some optimizing, but it's not awful on PC. Neil says, have NVIDIA released new drivers yet? I thought NVIDIA released a driver last week, for Starfield, but I'm gonna double check because maybe they have, but I don't think this is a driver issue on NVIDIA's side. This game, it's got exclusive marketing with AMD, which is the reason why DLSS is not there. The modded DLSS is bugged, and I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not going to use it because it's got all kinds of artifacting issues all over the screen, even though it will give you the frames that you want. But I'm seeing that like people are testing it out and showing it on YouTube at 1080p, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but like visually, the artifacting is very distracting to me, so I'm just not going to bother with it. What else? I think they gotta do some further optimizing of the game, and that's definitely going to mean lowering the memory cost of assets in the world, so that there are less expensive and less kind of like painful and less demanding on your GPU. That might mean that they're going to have to adjust, say, like crowd density in New Atlantis and places like that, or the Neon City, so that like it's going to be less hard on the CPU, because at least with GPUs we have the option of like presets of like low, medium, high, ultra. We could change certain things to kind of relieve some of that pressure off your GPU. With your CPU, you really don't have a lot of those options. So Alex says they did release one last week because I got an email about it for my review. Bet. Okay, yeah. So I that's what I thought. I know I did a firmware update either last week or this week, or yeah, it was definitely last week, but I couldn't remember if it was, because usually NVIDIA will show you like, hey, we're doing this is for this game or something that's coming out. I couldn't remember if that was the one they did, but what else? Okay, so gameplay. Part of the reason why I'm still so engaged with Starfield and I haven't given up on like I did every other Bethesda game is that part of the reason why I couldn't stand those older Bethesda games, I always felt the combat is trash. I don't care if it's Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, it all sucks. It's a dude swinging a sword looking like a drunk idiot. It looks garbage. VATS is garbage. I hate Fallout combat. I hate all of it. I have always hated it. Combat in this game is actually pretty cool. I do like it. I like the gunplay. Like I said, I tweaked the sensitivity up a little bit, but I am good with it. I wasn't expecting it to be on a level like Halo Infinite or like Battlefield or Call of Duty, but you know, it's not as bad as Redfall. It's actually pretty good, and so because that is how I'm going to be primarily playing the game, I'm good with it. I like how it feels in third-person perspective. I like how it feels in first-person perspective. It's not a hindrance. And so because it's not a hindrance, I'm definitely in on continuing to play the game. And I have it like my goal in my mind right now, it might change, is to like steamroll through the main quest and then go into New Game Plus and then kind of take my time exploring and learning, doing the other faction stuff. I mean, even already I can see how very easily I've got sidetracked off the main mission because I started doing this UC Vanguard stuff. It's real easily, it can kind of get you there, you know, but it's a good time as far as the combat goes. I'm not, it's not a negative. I don't think it's a negative. Visually is interesting. So this is the updated creation engine. And I think environmentally, the visuals are good. You look at the environment, you look at like vegetation, you look at the buildings, you look at the suits that people wear, the armor, the detail that's in it. It's really like, it's very good. Like I catch myself looking at people's clothing and like, wow, that look like, you can see the texture of the clothing. You can see whether it's like a matte like color or if it's shiny. It works. But the biggest problem that Bethesda has always had, as far as visuals goes, has been faces, because it's an RPG. And so you're going to spend a lot of time looking at people as they're talking to you. And although there is some improvement here with some characters, it is still like below or behind what you would expect from a game that comes out in 2023. Like, it's better than where Bethesda and their creation engine was in their last games, so it's better, but it's still not what you would expect from games coming out. Some of when the voice actors are very good, and when they're talking and they're showing all this emotion you hear in their voice, but then you look at their face and it's literally that Mass Effect Andromeda meme where it's just like, my face is tired. And it's like, man, if you could just show the emotion, if they could show the emotion that the voice actor is giving, that would be great. And I do fully expect, and Neil said, I hope mods drop a reshade update. You're gonna get all that stuff, man. Like on PC, they're going to mod the hell out of this game. You know, they're gonna mod the hell out of it, and I'm here for it. You know, I'm here for that. Hair is still a negative. It's better, and you guys know me. I did the whole black hair video, but that video was more than just about black hair. It was about hair in general, but then the fact that they care less about black hair than they do just normal hair. But a lot of games I covered in that video discussed like the hair for everybody was busted, and it's because hair is so expensive in terms of the memory that a developer has available. Do you know, like, we individually all have like 100,000 hairs on our head. There's no way for them to render all 100,000 of our hairs. It would crash their engine. CPUs can't handle it. The hardware can't handle it. Their engines wouldn't run. But then you'll see it has to be a focus, and it has to be something that the developer chooses to make important. I looked at an interview from Guerrilla Games, and there's a guy that works at Guerrilla, and his entire job was Aloy's hair. That was his whole job, Aloy's hair. He spent 2 years making her hair, and it comes with like various levels of hair cards. It comes with various levels of detail, but making it so that like it looks real. It looks like real hair, but it doesn't operate like real hair, so that the rest of the game can actually run. Well, I think Bethesda, that's not an importance to them. It's not a focus to them. They're using very, very old school basic hair cards, and they just leave it at that. Because for them, other things are more important, like, you know, objects and where objects are in the world, and what if you pick something up and throw it, you know, out of a building into the weeds somewhere, it's going to stay right there for as long as your game exists. You know, that's more important to them than getting the hair right, which that's their choice. I just kind of feel like if I'm always got to look at every time I have a conversation with a character, nothing else is important, nothing else is around, they're directly in front of me and I'm having a conversation with them, I think you should pay attention to those things too. Those things are important. Maybe they could deploy something that Insomniac does, where the closer the character is to the screen, the more hair they render, and the further away, like the less hair they render. Who knows, right? What else? Oh, so I see what some of the reviewers were saying about, like, they don't tell you certain things, because there was when I tried to get to the UC Vanguard ship, and I like fast traveled there. I get there and they're just showing me a planet. It's not a planet, it was a moon, the Deimos moon that orbits good grief. Now I can't remember what planet Deimos orbits. Neptune? Ish? I don't know. One of our planets in our solar system, damn it. One of our planets in our solar system has 2 moons, and one of them is called Deimos, and the UC Vanguard fleet is like near Deimos. I fast traveled there, and all they showed me was Deimos. They didn't show me the fleet, and I'm just like, can't be Mercury. Is it Mercury? Mars? No, wait, is it Mars? Really? All right, whatever. One of those, right? Look, this is not my area of expertise. Okay, y'all just naming planets now. Jupiter. Let's go with Pluto. Pluto. You know, Uranus. Pause. No. So look, I get there, and it's like I'm so confused. I'm like, where is this fleet? They're not showing me anything. And then I'm like, I'm literally going back to to New Atlantis, then fast traveling back there, cause thinking like maybe I messed something up, and I still can't find the fleet. Then I had to like go into actual ship mode, and then I'm flying around the moon. Did not find the fleet, like literally right there. Why didn't you take me to the fleet? And then because this is my first time actually docking with another ship. I didn't know I had to hit the A button to like get summoned or to be allowed to dock or to be scanned or whatever. So I'm just like flying around the UC Vanguard like, yo, you gonna say something to me? Like, what are we doing? And nothing's happening. I'm hitting the ship by accident because I can't fly good. And I'm just like, then finally I had to look it up. I'm like, yo, what the hell am I supposed to be doing here? And it was like, oh, you gotta hit the A button. So I had to fly away from the ship, turn around, come back, hit the A button. Hey, you wanna dock with us? I'm like, why the fuck? There was no explanation whatsoever that's what I need to do. So yeah. Buck says, Slow, are you really talking about Insomniac here versus Starfield? Games couldn't be more different. We'll focus on different things. I literally said, Buck, that they focus on different things. What I did say is that I'm not saying they need to go exactly like what Insomniac does, but Insomniac deploys a very interesting method where the amount of hair that is rendered is determined by how close the character is to the screen. I do think if you're going to have conversations that are far more engaging and upfront conversations than Insomniac would do in Spider-Man, that you should probably spend more time on those aspects that people are going to be looking at. That's their choice not to do that, but I think that should be a bigger focus. So, yeah. Let's see. He says, yeah, you have to interact with everything so the option comes out. I mean, but like, at what point was I supposed to know that part? He said, if you go far in main mission, it teaches you how to dock. Oh, yep. Maybe that is something. I mean, I've done one main mission. Yeah, I've done one, and I have the as you can see in my gameplay, I got Sarah with me, and she's supposed to be sticking with me as I do the next mission. So, well, until I finish the next mission. So, I'm not that far on the main mission side of things, but I will be focusing more on that. But just it wouldn't hurt to have prompts for anytime you do certain things, so that especially when you allow players to do things out of order, then you should have those things there. What's up, Lady Foxfire? What's up? Let's see. Let me try speed this up because I gotta pick my kids up like right now, so I need to leave in like 5 minutes. But I don't care about the whole controversy with fast travel. I got zero problem with fast travel. One of my favorite games of all time is Mass Effect 2. Fast traveling all over the damn place. Fast travel is not a problem. Do you see how big these areas are? You expect me to fly all the way to what? As big as the universe is? You expect me to fly all the way across the solar system to reach some other destination? Well, am I supposed to just leave it there? Like, I'm just going, hey, I'm gonna set my course, then I'm gonna go to sleep tonight and wake up in the morning when I show up at this. No, fast travel is fine. I ain't trying to do any of that nonsense. I have no problem fast traveling anywhere. Part of the reason why I don't really care that much for Bethesda games in the past is because all that exploration stuff, it didn't appeal to me. So, you know, like, you want to like fast travel out of the solar system to a different solar system for what? Do you know how long that would take? Do you know how long that's supposed to take? No, I'm good. I'm good with that. What else? I will say this. So I saw some conversation with I think women. I don't want to say their name wrong. It's women. It's wherever Andrea Renee's platform is, and they were talking about encumbrance. And I'll say this about encumbrance. That I it's in a lot of RPGs. I never care for it when I deal with it, but I don't have a problem with encumbrance itself, except for just two things in regards to this game in particular. One is that the preferred method everyone has found to deal with the encumbrance early on is to get weightlifting, which is what I did. And in getting weightlifting, it does kind of hinder your build diversity in the beginning, because you literally have to dedicate points early on in the game towards that, so to make sure that you don't have to worry about. I said, well, what good games? Okay, that's it though. Yeah, so they were complaining about the encumbrance. I didn't really see it as that big a deal as they did. The way Andrea was like, encumbrance shouldn't be in games, period. And I'm just like, hey, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Like, I understand the mechanic, I understand why it's there. That said, I do think it kind of limits build diversity early in the game, and I don't understand the point of having encumbrance preventing you from fast traveling. The whole purpose of fast travel is just to skip the walking part. You still have to walk with the encumberdness of yourself. So why can I not fast travel if I have all this loot on me? I mean, or stuff on me. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I would have had no problem with them going that route if they would have created some kind of within game narrative reason why you can't fast travel when you're encumbered. What if, say, it's like Star Trek and your fast travel really is like more like a short range teleport to your ship? In that case, yeah, then you can say like, well, you have too much matter on you and there's a limit to how much we can actually fast travel. You got too much stuff on you, so we can't short range teleport you. Then you got to get rid of some stuff. That would make sense. That would kind of incorporate it within the ethos of the lore of the universe. Instead, it's just, you can't fast travel. You got too much stuff. Why? Because fast travel literally is just skipping the walking to the ship, and now I can't skip the walking to the ship. I'm still walking to the ship. It's the purpose. So yeah, that's all I have to say at the. Is that it? Do I have anything else? No, I think that's it. I'm like I said, I'm enjoying the game. Pronouns, I don't give a damn about no damn pronouns. He, him, her, she, them, they, that, the, it, her, it, them, thems. Anyone upset about, say, I'm not playing this game because of pronouns, bitch, you wouldn't try and play the game anyway. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I got a little too real there for a second. I apologize. I just don't get. What? Oh my god! I can call me a they. What? No, I'm not playing the game no more. What? Are you serious? So you really? You just you know what? You want to be called a he? There you go, right there. He, him. You want to be called a she? She, shim. Oh wait. She, her. Yeah, she, her. I know my pronouns. Don't get me twisted. So I'm just like, it's fake. That's fake. That's fake stuff. But I think we also need to get to the point where we understand what's fake and what's not fake. So that's fake. People people saying they enjoy the game, but they got like valid criticisms. It's not fake. Everyone, I think people get into this mode where they got like, oh, it's an Xbox exclusive. I gotta defend everything. And it's like, no, you don't need to defend everything. Matter of fact, you don't need to defend anything. How about you just enjoy the game and stop defending stuff? Like, it's not your job. You don't work for Microsoft. You're just a guy on Twitter. So just like enjoy your game and shut up. Or don't be a hypocrite while you're enjoying your game and asking everyone to be objective, and then turn around and a month later you're not being objective about Spider-Man 2. So that's all my thoughts. What's up, Enrique? I need to get out of here. I'm really running late, and I do not want to be super late and have my kids waiting to get picked up from school. Appreciate everybody for coming through. I might try to stream the game later on. It depends. I'm definitely going to play later on. Whether I stream or not is dependent upon how busy I'm going to be with kids and stuff. I definitely want to be able to just pause the game and get up and do stuff with the kids versus, you know, I'm streaming. I hate to get up and have to be interrupted while I'm streaming. That I just hate to do that to y'all. So if I can be uninterrupted, I might stream. If that happens, I might be super late. If not, then it's just gonna be another day or something. I don't know. But hope you guys are enjoying the game. Hope you guys are enjoying games, period, man. This is a great year for games. Like, if you don't have a game to play this year, I don't know what's wrong with you. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Appreciate you guys, and I'm out. Peace.